Hello YouTube world, I have a problem. See this graph? This tells me that 2 out of 10 of you are subscribed to this channel and the other 8 are just freeloaders. If you hit that subscribe button and support the channel, the more the channel grows, the more we get to do things like this. And this. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Every Friday I give away a free pizza no matter where you are in the world. Lastly, if you got balls, make sure you check your balls. If you don't have balls, check someone else's balls. I can say that because these stats show that you're all males that are watching this. Now sit back, relax and enjoy this awesome content. Okay, this is the part where I normally have the matches up and what I played against in each round, but this time I'm doing it slightly different. I don't want to ruin the surprise. This league is pretty extraordinary. I hope you enjoy. Okay, Bant Infect. Everyone kind of loved the black-green Infect list, so I said, if it got so many likes, we would play it again. So I suppose if this one gets 20 likes, we'll play Infect again. So make sure you press the like button. Bant is basically the straight up green blue version that everyone loves and adores and has proved and tested that it works. We're splashing a bit of white. This has happened in the past. It's nothing new. People have tried this, but I do want to try it now. See what it's like in the meta at the minute. I do see some people throwing Uros in their lists in the sideboards, which can't get angry at them with. But we're going to go for the white splash. So we're going to play Guys Descent Draft. When was the last time you saw this in Infect? This is old tech. But the fact that people after game 1 will normally board in a lot of removal, we can board into our hexproof creature and we can pump it to save it in combat. There are a few Lilianas floating around at the minute, which is why we have Dried Arbor fetch. Sack Dried Arbor is like, again, really old tech, probably back to like 2015-ish sort of era, but is what it is. 2 Surgicals over Rest in Pieces, mainly because I want to see if Surgical is going to be good as a way to just look at people's hands, not necessarily take the key piece out the graveyard, like we could just do it on a land, but it's more to look at their hand for free to see if the coast is clear. I think in my future lists I might move Surgicals to the main to see if this tech works or not. It has obviously added a bit usefulness to certain combo decks that you play against in game 1, but we got these. Obviously Dredge won at the weekend, so we've got a few cages in here to stop that. Few blue-green cards to stop the counter magic, wilts to stop Chalice for 1 because again it wrecks us. Because we've got the white, we're going for the Blessed Alliance, which can be cast off the Ink Moth just to give it our creature unblockable if we need to. And then obviously Spell Skites, which are moved away from the main. This basically the only real swap is 2 Teferis for the 2 Spell Skites and a Temple Garden over Pendle Haven from your generic blue-green list. So we get on. Like I would take Uro, Field, Sanctuary, maybe even like Dryad and something from Upsal Spells. Like I would happily see those cards banned and just see a real big shift in the meta. Okay, let's talk shop. So we are on the draw, but we have enough pump to win and 2 Infect creatures. So this is going to be a keep. It's a little slow, but it's a keep. Means we can jam the Blighted Agent out turn 2. If it's like a Ren 6 or something, we can protect it. If it's a Fork Bolt or something like a Fork Bolt, you know what I mean? Like a... Oh, okay. Here we go. Don't be... Why is everyone playing Burn at the minute? Someone tell me why everyone's playing Burn. This is a hard matchup with the list that I've built. We don't have Spell Skites in the main. Burn, like Major Burn. There has been a big lot of so now they know we've got the Ink Moth. They're just going for it. Okay, sure. Alright, they must have something if they're double bolting me, right? So I take 3 down to 6. I take another 2 here, so down to 6. 2 here, down to 4. Animate this, give it +4. I animate this, give it +4. I don't have lethal. So I need to keep this alive. Hey Crypt. We caught a wild pie in the... yeah, this is basically me in my natural habitat. Okay, so we can't win next turn. Especially not with mutagenic growth. So what I can do is I could pay 4 life, go down to 5, go down to 2, have this as a 5/5. They can attack into it and kill me that way. So that's not good either. Trying to think if there's a way that we can kill next turn. I don't think there is. So what if I Ink Moth here, pump to block? Okay, I think I have to I don't think there's a way I can win if I take the life, so let us have in. No, we can't win with Nexus. Our life total is going to be way fucking hell. Triple bolt. So yeah, we go to 1. Dead to the top 2 cards of their deck. Vines does not do it. No, but Hierarch's not ideal. That is a very hard matchup to win. I don't need this. No, this isn't a Geist matchup. I kind of think I want Wilts for Eidolon. Eidolon is going to be... It's pretty bad news for us. Not the biggest fan of ground swells. 4 scale ups are pretty brutal as well, being sorcery speed, but is what it is. So 5 to take out, so we've got 5 to bring in. So I want the Flusterstorms and the Spell Skites. And maybe 1 Wilt, I guess. Maybe it's just wear another protection spell. Let's try this. Yeah, I was kind of not hoping to run into burn. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not the best. This is a mole. This is a keep. Put back this. So I'm going to turn 1. I'm going to throw out... No, maybe I don't throw out the Glistener. Maybe that's wrong. If But then the problem is they can't go turn 1 creature if I go turn 1 Glistener Elf. They have to use a burn spell on it. So I think I don't mind that. Especially because we got the Ink Moth. Really hope I don't have a turn 2 kill, are you? Nice. I guess I'll just take a turn 2 win then. That's what I mean about running out the Glistener Elf turn 1, because they went creature. Either they didn't have the removal in hand, or they just thought I couldn't kill turn 2. Yeah, we had to rip it, but we had a few outs there. If we drew another scale up, no, it's not. No, we couldn't do it with double scale up. I think we might have drawn a 4 of. We hit one of our 1 of 4 of, yeah, because we took out the groundswells. Take it, take it. Okay, now it gets harder because we're on the draw against burn. So this is where I'm going to really be like pushing on my spell pierces and spell skites. Again, not a keep. They've kept 7. This is a keep. So on this. I don't think I want a Temple Garden. It's different now with the elf because I can't run it out turn 1 because they obviously their best removal spell for that is on turn 2. So I'm going to do this. There's a chance I might Flusterstorm this turn. Kind of hoping not to see an Eidolon. Feels rough. Eidolon makes our life a lot harder. So I'm not going to play the elf out. It's no point. It's not worth paying 2 damage. So I'm pretty sure I have to block and pump to block this. But then I'm going to lose my guy. So I play the Glistener Elf. Do you like any of the covers that Alex Terrible does? Who is that? Should I know who it is? Let me Google him. Oh, he's the guy that wears that mask, isn't he? Yeah, he does some cool stuff. Problem I've got, everything I've got is I play on stream is copyright free, so I don't get flagged up on Twitch or YouTube. How can I do it? So I play this, go to 8, can just die to what's in their hand. I play this. I do this to block here. I die. So I get in 1 here. Next turn I can go 6, 7, 8. Hit some since it's not enough. I can do this plus vines, which puts me at 9, which puts me at 7, which puts me at 5, plus 2, 3, plus whatever they got in their hand. I don't think we have an out. Like they have to have stone cold 3 land in hand and draw a land. So I could, if I Flusterstorm this, I go to 8. I then get hit for 4, which means I can't play 2 spells next turn. Which means I can't win. If I let this happen, it puts me to 7. I take hit for 4, puts me to 3, which means I can't play 2 spells next turn. Like, my out is become immense, I guess. Please tell me I didn't cut the become immense. Of course I did. I don't think there's an out. We just can't beat a turn 2 Eidolon, I don't think. It's just way too powerful. Yeah, okay, cool. There's a lot of dead like air time as well. Okay, the dreaded Dried Arbor hand. I don't think this is a keep on the play. Alright, we're boarding Dried Arbor out. This is a keep. It's not great, but it's a keep. So keep 2 lands. Might and Vines, I guess. My opponent also multi. Oh, they multi 4. Alright, are we playing against Tron? Either someone's got really unlucky. A multi 4. On a mold of 4, I'm entirely thinking it's Tron or some combo deck that doesn't have removal. So turn 1ing an elf is like workable for us. And it paid off. We have a turn 3 win. I'm going to play the other elf to play around a Walking Ballista. I say play round a Walking Ballista. You know what I mean? Like, they can still play a Walking Ballista on 2. Chalice on 1 does stop them dying. Well, this looks like it's E Tron, right? So there's a high chance of Ballista. I'm not going to play the Temple Garden. Purely because I don't want him to know I've got white in my deck. Nice. Okay, so it's E Tron. We would like these wilts. Because they're dead on board. They're at 9 infect. I had 2 1/1s on the battlefield. They couldn't blow the blast zone. Blast zone's free to blow. They missed the land. If they hit the land, if they went land on curve, they would have been able to blow, but they missed that land drop. So they're at 9. I get to untap. Even if they can kill 1, they're still dead to the others. So it's meant to be one of our better matchups. E Tron's slightly harder than the normal Tron because they have a bit more interaction. They have 2 mana kill spells, etc. I think I'm going to cut a Distortion Strike and a Spell Pierce. Like, I kind of want to be proactive, not reactive. I'm going to bring the Blessed Alliance in as well, I think. Spell Sky is good in some aspects, but other aspects it's not great because, yeah, I think it can help against like Walking Blisters and stuff like that. But if they play a turn 4 Tron, like into a Khan, there's not much we can do. To be fair, there's not much we can do anyway if they do a Khan with 7 mana. They just get Blister and we're having a hard day. But then Spell Pierce does help us versus a Chalice on turn 1. I've talked myself into it, chat. I'm going to take out 2 Groundswells. Alright, this is keepable. So if they go Fortnite here, we've got a Blighted Agent with protection up. Chalice on 1 is probably the worst thing for us. Which looks like they got. Nope. That is good for us then. I don't mind a Teferi either. But then we could get Smashed, so... So they got 4 mana or 5 mana. How you doing, Crypt? Keep seeing you bouncing in and out of people's streams. Doing what you do. I love it, brother. Oh, they got Blast in. Well, that doesn't... Oh, they could put Blast in on 2, I guess. So they put Blast Zone on 2. Then they're going to blow it next turn. I don't think they're going to have anything to kill it now, so I'm going to play my Teferi. Yeah, so I can't play out the second one purely for that reason. I don't need anything to protect it. I could bounce the Mind Stone, but then they can, if they sack it in response, they can't put Blast Zone on 2. Okay, that's fine. So they must have something in hand that can deal with the Blighted Agent. Khan. What's Khan and 0 do? Walking Bliss? Okay, so they just die? Sure. I think they were meant to pick this up. Easy game. Easy game. So we're against Tron or Niv. Niv's actually a really hard matchup. It's even harder when you go down to this many cards. Shit. Not ideal. Oh, it's Tron. Alright, not too bad. If we can draw a land. What year are we in? People playing Burn and Tron. Oh, so we're just getting... we don't have a turn 2 win here, unfortunately. Fuck, we're not far off one though. So... what's the worst that can happen? Walking Ballista sucks. I don't think there's anything on 7 that could particularly wreck us too hard. So I think I just get in for 1 and play the Blighted Agent. Like, I don't think there's anything that can kill 2 of my guys. I suppose they can go 3. No, they can't even O-Stone, right? Like Worm Coil is the reason why I play the Blighted Agent out, because they can't block it. Yeah, okay, so yeah, sweet. So that was the right place. The only thing that they could have on 7, if it was a Khan and we left up Vines, we could have protected it. But if it's a Worm Coil, we couldn't hit through it. Where because we have the Blighted Agent in hand, they can only take out 1 with a Khan, and then we can win with the other one. So we just, you know, we're just good, chat. We're just good. Cool beans. All his dust would have wrecked us. You're right. All his dust would have hurt. I don't think this is a Teferi game. I don't think this is a Distortion Strike game. Wilts in case there's something that we need to get rid of, and a Blessed Alliance just to give us, you know, a bit of protection versus something that they have. Mainly Walking Blister, I guess, is the main thing. Yeah, they're still like, don't worry, I've still lost games against Tron with Infect. It's just, yeah, I think we're too quick. On the play, bear in mind, they were on the play and had turn 3 Tron. It could, they could easily win from that spot. If I didn't have 2 infectors, if I played around a Khan, not a worm coil with the Blighted Agent, like that game could have gone horribly wrong for us. Oh, I've got to bring a card in. I've took too many cards out. Alright, I have a Teferi in case maybe I need to bounce a worm coil or something like that. It's mold to 6. Our hand's not the quickest. Like if they have turn 3 Tron into a Khan, we're kind of in trouble, but I think it's worth a keep. They've gone down to 5. Kept a 5 card hand. So the odds are it's Tron on turn 5. Turn 3, should I say. Right, maybe they just naturally have it. Hello, I play bad decks. How are you? Welcome to the Will Hall Experience. I'm Will Hall. This is the experience. Juice, what's up, bro? Where are you from? I play bad decks. Talk to me. Okay, so do you have Natural Tron into Khan into Walking Blister? I'm guessing. Into Trinisphere. Okay, that does change the math, I guess. So I guess I have to kill this. I can either go for a win over 2 turns, or I have to kill the Trinisphere. The problem is that if I go face, they go get a Walking Blister, play a Walking Blister, and I can't win for a Walking Blister. Like a Walking Blister on 3 stops everything. Even though I'm not entirely sure how that works with Trinisphere. How do you beat Trinisphere? Well, we kind of make it so they don't have threats, and then over 2 turns we can win. We're definitely playing the grind game. I could just get in for 2 here. Well, 1 actually, because I can't do this. But next turn I can get in for 1, 2, 7. Like I think we've got a hand that can grind as long as like they don't have too many threats. And if this is the best thing they're doing on with 7 mana, I'm kind of okay. I think I might here. He says, "Hey Sharon, how you doing, buddy? You handsome devil, you. How are you, bud? Okay, maybe I go Blossom in defense actually if I'm killing this. Because thank you for the follow. Ironside, how are we doing? So US, my friend, I do indeed play bad decks, so I won the Modern Challenge yesterday with Twitter. Oh, is it you that won yesterday? Congratulations. I was looking at that list. Hunt.
Boobs are out. Feet are in.
Congratulations, bad deck. That's fucking really sweet. Maybe I play meme decks. Just play it to like, I stomp your face with meme decks. That's really cool, dude. I saw a load of people tweeting about it yesterday. I think even Spike jumped on it as well, right? Spike was on that tweet. That's like a bigger achievement than winning the challenge. Not only did you win it, you won it with Twiddlestorm. Of all decks. Didn't you? I think I read the tweet like you were like you didn't want to you play like an old deck or something like that, so you just picked it up. I could be just talking shit, but welcome, buddy. Yeah, thank you. And congratulations for yesterday. Sharon, I love you long time. Just woke up trying to stay away from the woman. You don't have a woman, Sharon. He just got his sister and that's it. Hold on, what happened? Oh, they put the big thing in their hand? Okay. Okay, well, drawing land is good for us. So I can either play a Blighted Agent, which I think I like playing Blighted Agent, than getting 2 Infect in here. We can't, so next turn we can, so I could have got 2 in then, and then I could have activated and got another 6 in, which isn't death over 2 turns. So I think I'd rather do it this way, where I can get in with an Infect creature. Oh, they're not playing it? This is interesting. They're not playing it. They've got a lot of mana and they're not playing anything. And I know one of the cards in their hand is a 5/5 that they can't cast a green. Maybe their hand's for the green spells? I think maybe I'm attacking for 2. I think this is the safest line, to attack for 2. And then play the other Blighted Agent. I do get proper wrecked if they end the turn, kill my Ink Moth, untap, play Walking Blister. But the upside is if I draw another land next turn, I can double spell and win of 2 creatures on the battlefield. No, because if I this versifies my attacks, right? So getting 2 in is the same amount of mana. With Pendlehaven would get 3 in, or if you're mean attack with just Blighted Agent and hold up the 5 mana, it doesn't work. The math doesn't work out because I still can't play 2 spells this turn. So having 2 creatures attack means that 1 removal spell wouldn't remove my creature from combat, or 2 removal, I suppose, because I would be able to protect 1. I think I'm playing Blighted Agent here. Like I only get wrecked by a certain load of cards which they didn't have, so they couldn't kill this at the end of turn. They're not playing anything again. This is kind of nice, so I can. Do I need to use my Ink Moth? So this time I'm gonna attack for 3. Right, so if I did the Pendlehaven sooner and realised that they F6, I would have gone for it there. So this could be an Ulamog. So it is an Ulamog. So this 1 mana left over doesn't do anything, so I can just scale up here and win. So a little thing there, if anyone does know the interaction, if you Pendlehaven first and then pump, you still get the pump from Pendlehaven. But if you pump with a spell first, you can't then Pendlehaven. We're all playing decks from 2015 at the minute. We're on the draw again. We've been on the draw 3 times now. Yeah, it was Burn that like basically had the exact seas. So game one, they had like everything. They had like 3 bolts and the creature removal one and a turn 1 guide, etc. Game 2, I won turn 2, and game 3 they had Eidolon on the play, which was just too much. Yeah, I think this is a mole. I know like we've got an infect creature, but it's not like this takes at least turn 3 before we attack realistically. We could go like turn 1 Inkmoth, turn 2 swing for 1 if they've got nothing, but it's too much to invest. Where I'd rather start with an elf or a noble hierarch, so I'm going to take the risk and mole. Alright, this is kind of the same hand, but better because we can actually win on turn 3. So I'm going to keep this. This doesn't really count as a land as much as it does anything. So I think I want the 3 land, the Blighted Agent, a protection spell, and a big pump spell. This, if I keep these 2 though, it does mean I don't have a turn 3 win, because I would only be able to get 8 damage in. And I want the 2 infectors so I can just turn to the Blighted Agent, and if it dies, I still got game. So I think it's the might that goes back. Obviously, we've got other pump spells in our deck that we can draw before then. But this kind of guarantees our hand. So I look at the hand like, what's our first couple of turns looking like? Starting with paths and bolts and stuff. Oh, not again.
Again? Not again.
No way this league we played Tron twice and Burn twice. What are the chances of this? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, right, so alright, so this is where it gets really hard. So I can either go turn 1 Noble Hierarch, but they get their turn 2, which is normally land, kill my creature, do 3 damage to my face, which puts me super far behind because I won't have blue mana to play my Blighted Agent. So, and the chances of this Noble Hierarch living are super, super low. Like, really, really low. But they don't actually know we're Infect yet. So I take 1 point of damage now, play the Blighted Agent, the Noble Hierarch, or I take 1 point, play the Breeding Pool tapped, untap, play the Inkmoth into the Blighted Agent, and the Blighted Agent probably takes the damage that Noble Hierarch was going to take. No, I think Searing Blazes is 100% a main deckable card. Or I could just take the 3 from the Breeding Pool, play the Noble Hierarch, give away that I'm on Infect, and then take another 3. But being on the draw against Burn, it's just super hard for us. Super, super hard. There's the land. Ooh, an Eidolon. Does that give us more of a chance? I fucking hate having to do math. Okay, that's annoying that we drew the Dryad Arbor because now I can't do the fetch block thing. think that just we almost just can't beat a turn 2 Eidolon. Die to double bolt. Need to become immense. Eidolon too much confirmed. Yeah, Eidolon the Great Railway. It's just too much for us on the draw. We don't have the removal, and everything we play like turns it on. Awkwardly, we're gonna have to shock here. And because we've got the Become Immense in hand, it plays on Eidolon, but also if they kill this and like fill our graveyard up, it's not too bad for us. Yeah, Spellskite is really good for us in this matchup. But again, if they drop an Eidolon here, it just makes our life so much harder. Do the land. Take it. think I need to play a Noble Hierarch. I'm going to probably be blocking with an Ink Moth. We boarded them out. Yep, 7. Wilt. So if I go block, 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 2 things to the graveyard, and that's 6 mana to play the Become Immense, which I need the Noble Hierarch to live for, so I can't do that. So if I block the Ink Moth, is a little annoying because it means it doesn't go to my graveyard. So, okay. This is 4 plus another one would die. So here, this is awkward. So I do this. I take 2 down to 5. Do this. Go down to 5. Untap. Become Immense. Well, scale up puts me to 3. So I just got to hope that they don't have a 3 damage burn spell in hand. But then I can pay 2 for here. So the only thing that can wreck us is the 3 damage to creature, 3 damage to player. Please don't have it. Come on. I don't think there's any other lines. It's just that fucking... We've lost to Burn twice now, and every game we've lost to Eidolon. Is there another way? What if... So we finish that turn. We're at 5, right? What if I don't fetch the land? I draw the wilt. I wilt this, I go to 3, no, I still die. So the only thing I can do, well not do, is I needed them to misplay. So I could go Flusterstorm. If this was a land, any land, yeah, if this Dryad Arbor was any land besides Dryad Arbor, no, it's not any, that's a lie, not any land. It had to be a Ink Moth or a forest. So we had 1 more forest in the deck and 3 more Ink Moths. 2 more Ink Moths. That's it's a bitter pill to swallow. Like this league could have been a easy a 5-0 league with the black version. 2 Trons and 2 red decks, sure. Unknown. You got turn 1 elf into turn 2. Not a lot of pump. It's a grindy hand. We do have the Warlord Grove though, so it is workable. I'm gonna keep it. Hopefully it's not a Blood Moon deck. That would really ruin it. No fucking way.
Again, man.
Is that possible?
Are you, is this real life? Burn 3 times in a league? And then we've drawn land off the top. Fucking bad beats. I don't even know what to say. I'm literally just gobsmacked. We're gonna play fucking what's the white one called? Soul Sisters after this. And just clean up a league. And awkwardly, we can't even punish them for have a turn 2 win. Fuck, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks hard. On the draw against Burn for the 3rd time in one league. I want to cry. This would have been I wouldn't have been. It would have been very easy to have a 5-0 league with green black. Having pro red creatures is insane for us. Nah, then I'm not. You couldn't have sold it to me even now. Uro being good. In our deck, it's literally gain 3 life. Feels bad, man. They have nothing? Chat, we might have a chance. So I'm going to see if they trade. They do. So I'm guessing there's 2 land in hand. I think I'm going to block because I've got a couple ink moths. That's the Boris charm. This dies end of turn, so that's good. Another ink moth's not what I want. Another blighted agent, should I say. Awesome. Oh, that's wrong. Alright, so I definitely turn off my auto yields. It should have been free infect there. Hopefully it doesn't punish me. I just misclicked through my fucking turn. Oh, Will, come on. You're better than this. Okay, that's a good draw. I can go for the win. I suppose they have to then go on here. I just do this actually. Anything? Conceded. So they must have just had land. Oh my word, chat. Oh my word. Let's try it with 2 Teferis to see if we can get round. We could bounce an Eidolon maybe. And take out 2 Groundswells. Yeah, Wilt's purely for Eidolon. Nothing else. It is a 1-for-1 for Eidolon. After playing this league, I feel like I would want... I haven't had many spots either to really play white... to get the white land. Yeah, worst case scenario, we can cycle to try and hit something. But it's weird. It's not weird. It shows how powerful Eidolon is, right? That's one game we played against Burn and they didn't play Eidolon and we won. In fact, every game they've played Eidolon, we've lost. Every game Burn hasn't played it, we've won. I think this Teferi is too much of a meme, so I'm going to put the Teferi back and have double spell skite. Opponent also kept 7. Starts with a turn 1 Goblin Guide. Scale up on top. Land. 2 land, awesome. Even though our hand's actually quite good, I don't know. I think they've only got 1 land, mind you. They missed a land drop, so I imagine they've got more 1-drop stuff. Oh, not expecting that. Glistener Elf on top, sure. It's hard between Noble and Glistener there, but having a Noble on the battlefield gives me lethal, but this also gives me lethal if this lives. They drew a second land, that's not good for me. Noble Hierarch, so I'm just going to block with the Spell Skite here. Searing Blaze this, sure. I think we're going to win. Because there's no Eidolon on the battlefield. And that's how math works. You always get scared when an Infect player starts playing their turn fast. So we've learned one thing. Eidolon means lose, no Eidolon means win.